Hello, everybody. Science of Mind, Insights and Reflections, Questions, Contemplation from The Science of Mind, the definitive edition, a philosophy, a faith, a way of life. Page 77 from the chapter Mind, the Great Discovery. Mind reading. So think about a time where it seemed like people knew your thoughts even though you hadn't said them. Mind reading. Telepathy. I normally speak about this in terms of it's the energy that I'm conveying. So something can be off with me: irritation, frustration, sadness, despair, doubt, confusion. And somebody say, "Are you okay?" Or, "What's wrong?" The answer's, "I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine." Or nothing. And I've been quoted so many times as saying, "Are you okay?" "Fine, fine, fine." It's like, "Well, tell your face because it has not caught up to how fine you are." So think about this in the terms of our exploration of the subjective and the objective mind. Recognizing that we're surrounded by universal mind, it wouldn't seem strange that certain people would sense our thoughts, know our thoughts, even when we're not aware of them at times, because thought operates through this universal mind, which is universal energy, whatever you want to call it, which is always present. So it's certain then, almost certain, that between friends, close ones, that there is times of silent communication. You may have heard it as, "I was thinking about you and they called," or "had a thought about them and then I got a card or letter or a text." That we actually were aware of each other without any verbal, out loud communication, an unconscious mental connection, or even a conversation could be going on. Then it comes into the surface as conscious intelligence. So, this can lead us to the conclusion that what we call our subjective mind is really the use that we make it. How are we using this as individuals? A universal subjectivity. So, just like radio messages operate through a universal medium, so are our thoughts. And then, more specifically about this, it's like to think about it, and that's the example given on the next page, 70, 78, and 79, that the laws of nature. So, I want to grow corn. So, I put corn seed in the soil, and the corn contains what it needs to contain to grow a corn plant. The soil doesn't. So the soil's going to grow whatever's put in it. So I changed my mind. I don't want corn anymore. I want green beans. Like, oh, so I've got to dig out the corn and put the green bean in the soil. So the soil's going to do what the soil does, and what I put in the soil is going to affect what produces, what comes out of it. Does this free you or frighten you to think about this? That we have some role, some responsibility, some potentiality for what is experienced, what is produced, what is grown based on what we're putting in to the soil, whatever we're putting in to the universal mind, to the universal laws of nature. So, what will we practice then to change our ideas, to change our patterning, to change whatever. If we're growing something and producing something that doesn't have that much appeal, or we don't want it, if we want to make a change. And I just did another talk on change for another organization, and one of the quotes was, "We'd rather die than change." This also invites us today to look at the law of nature, a simple law of nature, a force of nature that we don't have to like or agree with, that still operates. Like the soil's going to do what the soil does. And it's another talk and another day to get into the condition of the soil. Let's look simply at a mental force, physical action, as being a co-creative, intelligent, creative force. And just like electricity, which can either, with regulation, light our house when we push a button or flip a switch, cook our food, will also electrocute us. And it's not personal. All based on how we use it. Blessings, friends. MarthaCreek.com to contact me.